some days are harder than others. But even the hard days get easier than the one before.
Easy living, this ain't.
Let's go get some bad guys.
People are having to sleep in shifts. It's making everyone a bit cranky. Please, just... wait. You're not with the Gunners. Are you here to help us out?
More than happy to stick it to the Gunners.
It's the Gunners. We caught a group of them sneaking around a few days ago and had a bit of a dust-up. They ran off too easy once they saw we were gonna fight back. Gunners never back down that quickly. If you can help us shore up our defenses, it sure would help us out a ton. I hope you can help us. They say that Gunners are even worse than raiders. What are we gonna do?
Don't worry. We'll show these Gunners what happens when they go up against the man.
Have it your way.
Sorry. Should've just rushed.
Oh, I'm gonna be sick. Yeah, take that! We won! You Minutemen really know how to bring the fight. We won't forget what you've done for us.
Hey, Preston. What can I do to help?
Hey there. You look like someone who could use a dog. Woman's best friend too, right?
I'll buy another dog.
Okay. But you have someplace for her to live, right? I guess that'll have to be okay. Okay, girl. This is your new owner. She's gonna give you a new home. Go on now. You be a good girl. Bye-bye. I gotta go. You take care of her, all right? You better take good care of her. You must be Preston Garvey. Glad to meet you. We need more people like you these days.
Thanks. It's good to know. Remember to support your local Minutemen.
I just wanted you to know that you're appreciated. Here, I want you to have this. I hope you can find a use for it.
Every little bit helps. We'll be sure to put this to good use.
Hey.
What is it? Okay, this is what I've got.
Here for work? We could use some help picking melons if you've got some spare time. I'll give you caps for any you can bring me.
You look like you have a pretty successful farm here.
We'd like to think so. Having Clarabelle helps. Free fertilizer, as Daddy would say. Whatever saves caps.
Clarabelle? Who's that?
Claire is our Brahmin. I like to consider her just as much a part of the family as Maisie. She's our cat, in case you were going to ask about her too.
Sure. I got time to help out.
Great. Doesn't have to be now, but whenever you get the time.
Hey there.
That's close enough, stranger. We're a peaceful farm. We don't want any trouble.
It's okay. I'm friendly. Not looking to cause any trouble.
If you say so, but be warned, we're armed here, so don't try anything. Let me tell you, farming ain't easy. Out in the field all day, every day, and every minute of it spent watching your back.
Gotta be careful. Never know who you can trust these days.
Won't argue with that. Blake Abernathy, you new to the Commonwealth?
How long has this farm been here?
Generations, I'd say. My father, and his father at least. How about you? Ever think about working the land?
What do you need to start up a farm?
Well, my father would have told you it's the 3 L's. Land, labor, and love. You gotta have land to work, you gotta put in a full day's labor, and you gotta love what you do. Anyone who doesn't ain't gonna last long. Word of advice, though. If you do start up a farm, be ready to deal with the raiders. Why do all the hard work when you can just take what you want at gunpoint?
Bastards. All of them.
Last time those raiders hit us, my daughter Mary tried to stand up to them. Now she's buried out back of the house. Only 21 years old, and they shot her down without a thought. That's why we need the Minutemen back. And the sooner, the better.
Minutemen?
So you know them then.
You mean
Any idea
Preston
why they haven't
Garvey's
been
crew?
around so much lately?
Most gave their lives to protect the Commonwealth.
That's a damn shame. Those were brave men and women. If they'd been here when those raiders hit us, my daughter Mary might still be alive. I don't have much to offer, but those raiders that killed Mary, they took her locket too. It's been in Connie's family for generations. If you could get it back, it'd mean a lot to us.
Do you know where they're coming from?
Yeah, pretty sure I do. One of them mentioned Olivia while they were here. My guess is they're holed up in that old USAF station.
I knew you would help us.
What's on your mind?
What are you thinking about?
We better keep our eyes peeled.
What's on your mind?
Hope this rain lets up soon.
What are your thoughts on our relationship?
I think you've got what it takes to be a great leader. But you still have to prove yourself.
Oh, nothing.
No problem. Nice. This was all mine. Don't you die on me! That's over. It's hard to breathe in here with all this dust. Hold up.
Yes. Excellent.
Man, we're kicking up a lot of dust.
I've got that locket back for you.
You serious? That's great news. Connie's gonna be speechless. Whatever the Minutemen need, you can count on us. We got a decent workshop here, and Connie's sure to go leaner on her prices after what you've done.
Blake told me what you did for us. For Mary. I know it's not much, but any trading you want to do, I'll go easy on the price. Let me know if there's anything you want to take a look at.
How are you holding up?
Thanks to you. Better. Mary was a good kid. She had fire in her. I can't tell you how many arguments we had. That girl hated rules, and believe me, I had plenty.
You only wanted to keep her safe.
Ain't that the truth? And look where it got me. We knew the risks of having kids these days, and we took them. But it was worth it. I won't argue that. Anyway, enough. I'm sure you got plenty of your own thoughts to deal with rather than listen to mine. But like I said, if you need something, just let me know. It's not every day a stranger comes along and helps us out the way you did. You hear about that farm run by ghouls? Isn't that something?
Excuse me, General. Do you have a minute?
It'll have to wait.
No problem. It isn't urgent or anything. We'll talk later.
Hey,
I'm listening.
over here.
Aye, aye, ma'am.
Hey.
Go ahead.
Hi.
Is this a better time to talk?
Anytime, Preston.
Look, I know I put you in an almost impossible position when I asked you to lead the Minutemen. I didn't have any right to ask you to take that on. I guess I was kind of desperate at that point. I still don't know why you said yes. If it was for me, or for the Commonwealth, or for some other reason. It doesn't really matter. I just want you to know that I appreciate what you've done. If you look at where we were then to where we are now, I can hardly believe it.
Thanks for the vote of confidence. It's good to hear. Especially from you.
We make a good team, General. No doubt about that. I've taken up enough of your time. We'd better get back to it.
Welcome to the SLOG. We're the only tarberry bog in the Commonwealth. So what do you think of the place?
The SLOG? How'd you come up with that name?
We didn't. It was the caravan traders who started that. I started this place a few years back, but couldn't think of a name for it. Then one day, one of the traders pulls up after it's been raining for hours and says he's never had to slog through so much mud in his life. I asked him if it was worth it, and he said, for the best tarberries in the Commonwealth, it was definitely worth it. Working here is like a slog through the mud. It's tough going and you'll get dirty doing it, but at the end of the day, it's worth it. You've probably noticed it's only ghouls around here. I used to live in Diamond City, until that rat bastard mayor threw me and all the other ghouls out. I decided that we ghouls should have a place where we could feel welcome, and that's mainly why I started up this farm.
Why did the mayor throw you out?
We're ugly. We turn feral and kill people. We gives the kids nightmares. All the usual stuff we get from you smoothskins. Now, it's true that there was one incident in Diamond City where a ghoul turned feral and someone got hurt. But I ask you this. How many humans have suddenly turned violent and killed someone? I've seen it more times than I care to admit. What if this place could be more than just a refuge for ghouls who aren't welcome elsewhere? What if it could also be an example of what we can do when we put our minds to something and work together? We want this to be a place that everyone looks forward to visiting, with smiling faces, good bargains, and great produce. Maybe we can make people take a second look, you know? Maybe then they'd see that we're not monsters.
Anything I can do to help?
As a matter of fact, there is. We can't sell tarberries without traders, and trade caravans need safe roads. There's a gang of super mutants that's been preying on anyone who comes near their turf, including traders. It'd be a great help to us if you could take care of those brutes once and for all.
Do you know where they're coming from?
We have a pretty good idea. I hope you can find them and wipe them out.
This looks like a good place to stop for a bit, if you need rest.
I knew you would help us.
Excuse me.
If you've got caps, I've got goods.
What have you got?
Guns, ammo, meds, everything an adventurous wastelander needs. So, interested?
Sure.
Hey, look.
Wiseman's in charge here.
Oh, thanks for agreeing to help.
Hey,
Not many people would offer help to strangers.
Wish I could say I had half the guts you do. Standing up to a creature twice your size? Ha! That's no joke.
Hey there, friend. Preston Garvey, Commonwealth Minuteman.
Sure, I figured you for one of them. We listen to your radio station whenever we get the chance.
Super mutants? I'm sure the General will make short work of them. There you are.
Those super mutants won't be bothering you again.
I guess you were the right person for the job, huh? By the way, we've decided to support the Minutemen. We've got to help each other if we want things to get better.
What now?
I'll let you know if I hear of any settlements that need our help. In the meantime, make sure to offer help to anyone that needs it. That can only
Seems
help
to be
our
growing
cause.
well.
It's about time the Commonwealth had someone who could stand up to those super mutants.
I took care of those super mutants. The settlers were relieved to not have them to worry about anymore.
Thank God. Super mutants. Civilians just don't stand a chance against them.
You're with the Minutemen, right? Oh, keep up the good work, okay? We need more people like you.
Oh, thanks. Glad to hear it.
You're a real hero. Not many around these days. Here, I want you to have this. I'm sure you'll put it to good use.
You saved my life. Please, take this. Huh? Yeah? Yeah?
Wait, I knew it.
You there. Caravan or raider? What? I said caravan or raider. Which are you?
I really don't understand what you're asking.
Seriously? This is Bunker Hill. All the caravans in the Commonwealth come through here? And every raider outfit in the area gets protection money to keep their paws off the market and our homes. So there's only two types of people coming through here. Caravans and raiders. Which are you?
Raider.
All right, the market's open if you need it. Just remember, the protection we pay your bosses is worth 3 times your life. Leave people alone.
Caravan.
All right, come on in and set up shop wherever you want. Remember, we get a cut of all your sales. Room and board ain't included.
I'm here on my own.
Freelance, huh? All right, come on in, but no gunfire. Market's open. You can do as much trading as you like.
You could hold this place against an army.
Hey, Market's the white building with all the fancy columns. Always someone doing trading there.
I'm half tempted to join the railroad with all this shit. I don't know. People gotta do something, Dad.
When did you start to care about sense?
It's not that. The railroad is the only one standing up to the Institute. So Gary's wife, kidnapped. That settlement Lucas Miller was talking about, wiped out.
This looks like a good place to take a load off. If you've got anything cold, that's what I want.
Hey, you. Talk some sense into my numbskull son.
What's the railroad?
The freedom fighters, willing to risk their lives for synths. And that means they fight the Institute. Only ones that do.
What? You think that's noble or some bullshit? That just makes them idiots. No son of mine is going to throw his life away with those lunatics.
And what are synths?
Synthetic people made by the Institute. Look so human you can't tell them from us.
They're monsters is what they really are.
And how do you know that? Have you ever met one? If you can't tell who's a synth or not, they can't be all that bad.
It's always good to help people.
I have no problem helping people. Since, though?
All I do here is help crusty old caravan hands, no offense, go blind off rot gut. At least the railroad's fighting the Institute. And why not save synths?
Might as well go off and join the Death Claw Preservation Society.
I wouldn't mind getting some service here.
Where are my manners? If you want a drink, talk to me. Need a bed? Well, hit up Numbskull over there.
Need a roof over your head? Only place in town.
This some kind of motel?
I prefer the term flop house, but don't tell my pa that. Gets him mad. When caravans pull into town, they need a place to sleep, so we rent out all the beds we can. So did you want one?
How many caravans come through here?
All of them. They kinda own the whole town, but money still has to change hands, so they know which caravan owes what. Bunker Hill is one big money makes the world go round kind of place. Raider problem? Pay him off. Supply problem? Buy more. Charge more. Hey, weren't we talking about you renting a room? You need one?
So Bunker Hill just buys its way out of problems?
It's all they know. Caravan folk are money folk. And all the people who settled here retired from the caravans. Now that doesn't mean a Bunker Hill boy doesn't know how to sling a gun. But why waste the bullets if you can buy your way out of trouble for less? Hey, Did you want that room or not?
Fine. Here's your caps.
No gunfire after midnight. House rules.
Hey,
What is it?
I'm Stockton. You've heard of Old Man Stockton, yes?
Old Man Stockton.
I run 3 caravans that travel throughout the Commonwealth.
Haven't seen you before. If you need a doctor, let's get you examined.
So you're a doctor?
Veterinarian, actually. And don't give me that look. Bones get set the same way whether you got 2 or 4 of them. So let's talk about you and what kind of help you need.
You're a veterinarian.
I'm an old caravan girl, okay? You learn to take care of the animals, or you don't have a caravan for very long. Then you get ambushed, a couple of friends and family start bleeding out on the floor, and you learn how to patch a few wounds. You learn triage, too. Satisfied? Now let's talk about what you need patched up.
What's new, Doc?
Nothing that would interest you. Now let's talk about you and your health.
Yeah. Take a look at me, Doc.
Go over your symptoms with me.
Took 1 chem too many. Anything you can do?
Yeah, you got it bad. Let's flush your system. It's gonna burn like crazy afterwards, all right?
You there. We need to have a conversation.
And that's that. Anything else bothering you?
Feel better now that I'm cleaned up.
Glad to hear it. Anything else?
That was it.
Take better care of yourself in the future, okay?
Hi, I'm Meg. You new to the hill? For 10 caps, I can give you the tour. Nobody knows a place like me.
What's in the tour?
All sorts of things. Get a jump on the other traders. Come on, it's just 10 caps.
Any chance I can get it for free?
What? Even I can afford 10 lousy caps.
Sure. I'll take the tour.
Caps up front. Thank you. The market's in the back, bar's in the corner, and the outhouse is over the wall. Bye.
Better to save our ammo, don't you think?
Load a little heavy there? I'll buy anything you don't need, and sell everything you do.
This your store?
Yeah, you got it. Caravans come through here. I buy whatever they don't want, fix it up, and sell the good stuff to the next caravan. But hey, no reason I can't sell to a drifter like you. Caps are caps.
What's your opinion of Bunker Hill?
Well, it's nice enough. Grew up with the caravans, so I feel right at home here. Don't like how we have to pay raiders protection money, but that's the cost of doing business in the middle of everywhere. Speaking of which, I got a lot of useful supplies here that need a home. Look at 'em, so lonely.
You give raiders protection money?
Yep. Surprised Mayor Kessler managed to pull that off, but she's convinced him that Bunker Hill is worth more alive than dead. I hate that we don't stand up to him, but what can we do? We're caravan folk, not an army.
Anything new in the store?
Same old, same old. Take a look for yourself.
I've got a few minutes to browse.
See something you like, buy it. My stock moves fast.
This looks like a good place to stop for a bit, if you need rest.
Busy here.
I'm just here between jobs.
We'll dig in and hold this position.
Got every liquor from the Commonwealth here. Benefit of being the caravan trader's favorite bar.
You own this place?
Technically, everything is owned by all the caravan companies that come through here. We pool the money together and split it up. But as far as serving drinks goes, this bar is all mine.
Which caravans come through here?
Pretty much all of them. All the ones I know about, anyway. Takes a certain kind of person to brave the Commonwealth trade routes. Don't know what started first, the Bunker Hill settlement or the caravans. But they're practically one and the same nowadays. Either way, folks need drinks, so I opened up this bar here. Lots of alcohol on tap for you.
What's your opinion of Bunker Hill?
Honestly, kind of amazed we've lasted this long. We're always one broken deal away from complete disaster. But something keeps this place in one piece. Maybe the old spirits are looking out for us, huh? Hey, let's get some liquor in you before you start asking about God knows what next.
Let's see what you have.
You got the caps, I got the booze.
You'll find I'm very persistent.
Do I know you?
No, but I've heard of you. I'm always looking for people who know how to handle themselves in dangerous situations.
What's the job?
I don't know yet. Whatever needs to be done once my boss has had a look at you. I can assure you that it will be dangerous, and that you'll be paid fairly.
I don't mind danger, so long as I get paid well enough.
You will be well paid. I can promise you that. By the way, I'm Edward Deegan. You'll mostly be working for me, but you'll need to talk to my boss first. His name is Jack Cabot. He likes to personally interview everyone I hire. He's careful like that. Come down to Cabot House in Beacon Hill and ask to talk to Jack. I'll let him know you're coming.
Almost ready to do another circuit. Only lost 2 men on the last one.
Caravans ain't exactly the get-to-know-you type. Less heartache that way.
Hey there.
Hey, no offense, but you ain't caravan folk. Beat it. Market's the white building with all the fancy columns. Always someone doing trading there.
Hey.
Kay can patch you up if you're hurt. Best doc and vet around. Got a lot of junk to offload? Deb buys all the loose ends around here. Fixes it up later.
Mom runs the surgery, so you better be nice to me.
You hear about that farm run by ghouls? Isn't that something?
Got a dangerous look about you. Hope you ain't here for me. Looking for a new style?
What's the news around here?
Can't say anything comes to mind. Looking for a haircut?
Sure.
Just sit in the chair and I'll make you look great. Have a seat and I'll get to work. We can get started as soon as you sit in the chair. Go ahead and sit down. Have a seat and I'll get to work. Go ahead and sit down. We can get started as soon as you sit in the chair.
You don't need the sight to see that you've done real good for these people.